What's up, everyone?
Welcome back to our channel.
We are filming a super exciting video today.
We are going to recap all of 2020, things that we have accomplished.
We meant to do this video like months ago.
Yes, at the end of the year. We wanted to do like reacting to goals and recapping the year, and because everything was madness around here in Christmas time, we never got around to it, and now it is July.
Yeah.
So we are just going to recap all the things that have happened, like where we are. It's literally so different here, and some of you guys have seen that in the day-to-day vlogs, but we kind of wanted to say where we were a year ago and where we are now, and maybe we'll even make some goals about where we want to be this time next year. We are in the slowest season probably of the year. Like July is always awkward because people are on vacation.
Yeah, summer break.
It's summer break and not as many people are on their phones and shopping, so it's a little bit slower for us, so we have more time to do this. And then come August, we are basically in craziness for the rest of the year because August brings fall.
It's then Christmas, holiday launch, it's craziness the second half. So now is a good time to make this video. And I mean, even though it is 6 months too late, it's still worth looking back. It's always fun to look back and see, like, you know, what happened and reflect, and then, you know, once you reflect, you can then look forward to the new year.
Yeah, really the last time we made this video was at the end of 2019. And
for 2020 goals, looking back what 2019 had.
And we did recap a little bit in between, but basically the last video we could find where we sat down and did one just like this, we were still in our basement.
Yeah.
I
was literally
not in a pandemic.
I was like, do you think that we're going to be in our basement this time next year? And we were like, I don't know.
We had no idea. And then little did we know, just a month later, we would be moving. So at this point, maybe we should just say like where we are and how little things that got here.
Yes.
Like right now, we not only own the space that we are in right now, which is what, 2,000 square feet of
2,000 square foot home office of Tails Up Pup. That was the first office space we moved into, and we moved into that in like February of 2020. So when we made that last video, it was December 2019, and we were like, are we going to be in our basement? And, you know, 2 months later, in February of 2020, we moved into this 2,000 square foot office.
And it became a storefront for us. So the front is a store where people can come and shop, and a majority of people place their orders online to pick up in the store if they live around here. And then since we moved in till now, everything basically has moved around. The only thing that stayed the same is this room, which has always been Nick and my office. But originally, every single thing of Tails Up Pup was in this space. And then in 2021, January 2021?
Yeah, I think about then.
We got a second space. It is across the way, so this is Suite 7. We also have Suite 4. And now, if you guys watch our vlogs, you know that that is the production facility.
Yeah, that's where like all the bandanas and everything is made. It all used to obviously happen in this space, and now everything's made over there, and over here is more like the shipping, inventory, personalization, that stuff.
So Nick and my's relationship in working and life is completely different because we no longer work in the same buildings. We obviously all go back and forth multiple times throughout the day. There are some days where none of us go back and forth, I feel like, but most of the time we are conversing even though we are separated most of the day. So Nick and I get to come home and tell each other about our days
like, how's
now.
Your day? Yeah, it's
we
so
don't
different.
Hear the same conversations. We don't see each other's faces all the day. So it is different for us in that aspect.
And when we moved into like the first office space in February of 2020, we had the idea that we wanted to hire people. So I believe we hired our first person. You guys know who that is, Vinny. That was in what, April or March or something like that?
No, she just celebrated her 1 year. So it was July of 2020.
So it was you and I forgot that it was you and I in here for so long.
Yeah, so from February until, I think it was like the last week of June, but basically July. So from February to July, it was just us two in this 2,000 square foot office. Yeah,
now I remember. Now this is coming back. Then we hired Vinny.
Well, what actually happened, the drastic thing was the global pandemic, coronavirus happened in March. And so there's actually some videos of us filming where we were about to interview people in March.
We actually did interview. We interviewed like 30, 40 people like on the phone and then decided to have some people come in. And then we were about to make some hiring decisions. And I remember like
we got scared.
We got scared and we're like, well, what's going to happen to our business? Like everything's saying that like you can't see people right now because of the pandemic. Like it was so new. So we basically told everybody like we're taking a pause right now from hiring. We don't know what to expect. And we basically just didn't hire. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And then Our business continued to massively grow throughout
Yes.
those months of the pandemic, and people getting dogs, and people online shopping, people needing masks, and people needing something to make them happier in a crazy time, and that was us for them, which is so incredible. And
Yeah.
so our business continued to grow. We then pursued hiring again, and we put on our Instagram story that we were going to start looking for someone, and that is how Vinny came along. Her friend followed us and told her about the job position.
Yes.
And she came in and she got the job on the spot, and
We
then
loved her instantly.
yes, the rest is history. And now she just celebrated her 1-year anniversary working at Tails Up Pup, which was so awesome. And
so
she is
crazy.
still here, so we are actually going to interview her in a little bit to
Yes.
see her perspective of all the changes. But let's get back into more of the things that have happened this year and all the craziness. This time last year, we were not selling clothing. We now sell women's clothing. We have a whole clothing line.
Yeah, we're 3 months into that project and journey right now.
Yeah, almost 4 months.
Almost 4.
Yes. And it has been incredible.
Yes.
Everyone's feedback has been awesome. There are some people who say why, and the why is why not?
Wow.
It is something that I have always wanted to do. We knew that there was an open market. There's no one doing what we're doing right now. It's all about matching with your dog, coordinating with your dog, photo ops, and building a bond between you and your dog. I
Yeah.
know when I am older and Grace has passed on, I will look back on all the photos and memories that I have with her and be so grateful for that and all of the fun bonding things that we got to do in our photos. And I know
100%.
that you guys are also having that opportunity as well, and we get to be a part of that, which is so awesome. So
That's
yeah.
the best part of our job, is us being able to get to be a part of, like, all of our customers, all of you, and what you guys are doing. Weddings are some of the coolest ways to see that represented, but even just down to, an everyday photo when you guys are hanging out with your dog. We love being a part of that.
Something else big that happened is, which was one of Nick's goals, was growing our wholesale, and we have grown our wholesale tremendously. I meant to say in the beginning of the video, actually, little impromptu slide, we are hosting a webinar all about selling
yes, we
your
are.
products wholesale. So if you own a business or want to and are interested in selling something that you have wholesale, I will leave the sign up link in the bio below, because we are going to be talking all about wholesale and all of our knowledge, and which brings us back to,
Well, we had the goal, I did specifically, but in 2020, I was like, I really want to grow the wholesale. We had already dabbled in it some in 2019. I was like, I want that to be a big goal for us. We ended up being able to get into a bunch of other stores. We had a huge wholesale account come in, which is Francesca's. And so that's kind of why we wanted to do this webinar, is to share some of that experience. But for us, in 2020, that was a huge thing. Francesca's placed some orders that were literally so big and life-changing that it was like almost hard to fulfill them, but we were able to do it.
And you may have seen that vlog where we received our $16,000 check,
Which
was
was crazy.
so crazy. The biggest order, it was like 1,800 bandanas, I
Yes.
believe. So that was a big one, and who knows what will happen. I would say that continuing growing our wholesale and accounts that are bigger like that would be definitely a goal that we have for the next year as
Absolutely,
well.
absolutely.
Something else crazy that happened, which there are vlogs of this as well, and it is so fun to watch, so you guys should definitely go back and watch, is that one of our TikToks went viral on
Yes.
Small Business Saturday. It was incredible. The feelings of that, there's nothing that will ever compare. We ended up getting over 3 million views, and we made over $20,000 in one day from that video, which was insane. And that, honestly, I feel like the impact we don't realize, but overall, there were people who found us from that video who are still with
following
us.
along.
They are people who have become friends with us through social media. They have become customers for life. They have,
The impact of that one video is really hard to wrap your
changed our
head.
business. And it's really crazy. We got so many followers from that. And just everything about it was insane. And it made our Christmas season the most hectic. And you guys know we were filming Vlogmas at that time. We did not sleep much. It was so stressful.
Working 7 days a week. It was crazy.
We ended up being on a 21-day turnaround time, which is insane.
Which is crazy.
But now we have a bigger team, and we're
the thing that's very interesting too, so going back to when we hired Vinny in, just say July of 2020, we were hiring for someone that we needed to have hired a long time ago. So she came in, and it actually didn't feel like the work decreased all that much, because there was already so much work to be done.
Yeah.
We pretty quickly hired our seamstress, Brittany, that you guys all know, not that long after that, maybe a month later, that really started to take some of the pressure off, but our business was still growing pretty quickly. So even that didn't totally change everything. It still felt, very busy. And by the time we were, into the, main holiday season, we were right back to literally working 24/7. Everybody in the office was pretty much working 24/7 with us, and we couldn't keep up. So we kind of made it a huge goal moving into 2021 that we were like, all right, we need to get more space. We got the new space. We already talked about that. And we needed to hire more people. And so that's when we kind of went on a big look and we'd been looking for a while, but we kind of ended up being able to narrow it down. And we were able to hire 3 more people, full-time employees during that time. I think our last one we hired in March.
We'll recap our employees. We have Venny. Her main tasks are personalizing, packaging, and all things that I used to be the main person of in the front room. And then when she has extra time, she likes to go spend some time in the production and help cut and flip and iron over there. Right now she's able to because it's a little slower, but for the most part she's personalizing and packaging. We have Brittany, who is main seamstress, sewing all the time, and now she is doing all the embroidery, so the custom pet portraits.
Yes, and the embroidery is something also that we wanted to get into in the new year, which we bought a really nice embroidery machine. We've, Brittany's learned all the embroidery methods, and we have just been...
One of the embroidery items is our best-selling item of the year.
Yes.
The custom pet portrait sweatshirt is the top-selling product for us. So that's crazy that last year we didn't have an embroidery machine, and now it's one of our best-selling products.
Yes.
And then we had, I don't remember all the orders. We've had some people come and go, some part-time people and students, but right now the team is Venny, Brittany. We have Ensley. She is like head of inventory. She does all of the incoming stuff that we buy wholesale, so toys, collars, leashes, clothing, all the clothing.
She handles almost all the, customer
She's also customer service.
Customer service, yes.
So she emails everyone and deals with that. And she also packages up all of the bigger orders, so sweatshirts, clothing, anything like that. She is the packaging and shipping of that part. Then we have Lauren. She is totally main seamstress, sews all the things, and she's also the back end queen. She does all
Excel
of our
queen, magician. She is a wizard.
She is a magician. She knows how to do Excel and all of the data stuff that we need. Honestly, we didn't know we needed it, and it is so awesome what she's able to do.
She's revolutionized the way that when we have all these orders come in, we were having to basically print out our own sheets and make our own list that we are cutting the handmade bandanas from. She's basically totally revolutionized that into where it almost is doing it by itself in Excel. It's really cool.
These are all our last full-time is Connor. Connor is the main cutter. Nick and Connor both cut. Nick obviously is business owner, so he's doing other things a lot of the time, but he is also still cutting all the time. And Connor is main cutter. He is also helping grow our wholesale accounts, but for the most part, he is cutter.
And he's the office handyman. Connor built all the furniture in the new office space.
So now we have 5 full-time employees plus me and Nick. That's 7. And then we have 1 part-time employee right now. His name is Keelan, and he is a high school student who works here
24 hours every 2 weeks. 12 hours a week, 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
And you guys also know Madeline. Madeline is taking a break for the summer, but she's hopefully going to be coming back for school, and she'll be starting back in. She is a part-time seamstress as well. You guys know and love her.
And that's the Tails Up Pup team, which is crazy that almost exactly 1 year ago we had no one.
0.
And now we have 5 full-time and 2 part-time, which is really crazy. And then I just think overall, business-wise, we grew 300% last year.
Yeah, over 300%.
And that is definitely our goal for this year. We have a sales goal board at the front. You guys have seen that, and our goal is $800,000 in revenue,
which is doubling the revenue that we did last year. So we did 400 basically last year, and our goal this year was to double and to do 800.
And personally, in my brain, I would love to hit $1 million. I think it is possible. It's just a stretch goal.
Yes.
So we'll see what the holiday season brings for us. All together last year, fall and holiday was insane for us, whether that video went viral or not, because before it went viral, it was still insane.
Yeah,
and we are hopeful that we we obviously said we never wanted to feel that way again, where we were like so overwhelmed, but we kind of want it. Like, it's kind of fun and it's like kind of good. And we know that it's only going to last a few months. So we are hopeful. One of our goals is to have a crazy fall and holiday season as well. And then also Nick's favorite thing is brand new. Actually, I found a journal in my nightstand the other night from one of the first weeks ever of Tales That Pup, where I wrote that we wanted to start dog boxes, and we never did until a few months ago, and now that has become one of our biggest things here at Tales That Pup.
Our dog mystery boxes literally like are selling out almost every time right when they launch. It is crazy. Those are, I mean, if it was just one product, if you could lump them all together, that would be our best selling product of the year so far. People are loving the mystery boxes, and like Danielle said, it was one of those things that we wanted to do from day one, but as we got so busy, we just like couldn't get off the treadmill. We were making bandanas nonstop, and that's the one huge benefit that employees have allowed us to do, is we have a little bit more time to figure out things like the boxes.
I will say that if we would have done it back then, it would not have been what it is now, because there, again, is no thing on the market like what we're doing. Our Dog and Me boxes are, for the most part, items for the dog and the human. There is an overarching theme, and then there are items that are like personalized, custom for you guys. So like one that we're selling right now is a movie box where there is an embroidered Tales That Pup blanket. There are treats for the human, there are treats for the dog, there is a bandana, all of the fun things.
All of those things are so unique. I mean, there are obviously other boxes in the market, but that is like a super unique thing for it to be personalized, mystery, all that.
The last major thing that I had in my brain for things that we did that was brand new, we actually just told you guys we're hosting a webinar. It's going to be our second one. So we held our first webinar, which was...
that was so fun.
It was so fun. So the way that we do our webinars so far is that they are live and interactive. So it is literally Nick and I and you guys on your computers. You're able to live ask questions, and we share all of the knowledge about that specific topic that we have to offer. And like, there was like nothing that we've ever done like that, so it was super fun. It was kind of like our Instagram lives, but all for business owners and
which
people
is so
interesting
because like obviously we have a lot of relationships with people that are interested in dogs and everything, but we do have a decent amount of people that are really interested in business questions and how we run our business, because you guys are, a lot of you are business owners as well, or want to be business owners. So that's been a really cool thing to see evolve over time.
I think the craziest thing about all these things that we've accomplished and where we are now is that we are not even 3 years old yet. We are 2 and more than a half. In September we'll be 3, and what is crazy is that when we celebrate our birthday, it is like the birth of the idea of Tales That Pup. So to think how far we've come in less than 3 years is pretty insane to me and Nick, because we never imagined it would be like this, or we would have all these employees or anything. So even making goals for the future is really hard, because we have no idea what is in store and what we even, like, when I come up with an idea, like, it's like so much like we're doing that now. So like my goals for the next year aren't even in my brain yet. Like when we did clothes, it was one day I walked in, I came to Nick, and Otori was here at that point, I remember her, and I was like, I think we should sell clothes. And then that next week we signed up to go to the mart,
and we started the process
and we started that. And that is literally, if I had to put into like a ball how things work for me in my business, like that is it. Like, don't you feel like I came home and I said, maybe we should sell dog bandanas, and then that night we went and got stuff, and like same thing with the clothes and same thing with the boxes, like.
But the thing that I don't think you're quite getting with that is they're not impulsive ideas. Danielle, one thing that we've really started to do more often, we've done this for a long time, we go on walks together. Danielle and I love to go on walks, and we talk about all different stuff, but a lot of times we talk a lot about business, new ideas, so like things like
all
that.
The time.
Yeah, all the time. So like things like that get thrown out here and there, but then they ultimately like crystallize in like this idea when you come into work and you're like, I really think, you know, we've been talking about it, ideas, we should sell clothing.
The most impulsive one was the business as a whole.
Yeah, the business as a whole.
Coming in, saying that, and then going to the store.
It was so random.
It was so random. Like, why? I don't know.
Who knows?
But it happened, and now we're here. Do you have anything in your brain right now that's like a real goal? Like, what are we accomplishing by the end of this year? So like in the next 5 months?
I think the sales goal was to double. I think we wanted to also double in our like total volume, like units sold. Oh, another big thing, I guess we can tell them about this. We are doing a whole website redesign. So that is a huge thing that's happening in 2021. We love our website now, but we have, you know, more visions that we were a little bit limited in our own ability to do. So we're getting outside help to help us build and create a whole new Tales Up Pop website. It's going to be obviously very familiar to you guys, but I think you're going to notice a lot of cool new features that don't currently exist. So that has been something that's huge. I think we can't know the benefits that that's going to bring. If you think about us like we really are mainly an online store, so that's like the store that people are in. So if you change up the whole store, there could be some huge impact from that. So I'm just excited to see where that goes. I have some hopes that will also help push us to that, you know, real stretch goal of a 1 million. But we'll see.
That should be live for the fall launch or before the fall launch, which is in August, and it's July, so it's coming up. Next week hopefully should be like good to go on our end, and we are just going to do like adding more inventory on there and everything.
Testing and all that stuff.
So yeah, we are very, very excited for that. It's going to, I think for the most part, like you guys might not have even really noticed the like overall thing. You might see new features, but overall to us it's going to be drastically different.
Yeah, we're interacting with it every day. To you guys, hopefully it'll just be like, oh, this just seems better. Everything about it will hopefully be better.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, our just main goal, I guess, is to grow, and we're not planning on hiring anyone, especially full-time, for the remainder of the year.
Right.
We might end up hiring some more students for the holiday season.
Yes.
We really don't know about that, though.
Well, the thing that's so weird is, like I said, we had waited so long to hire, and we hired 1 and then 2, and then we're kind of like staying right there, and we were still like, we needed way more people at that time. So we really hired everyone that we felt like we needed, and now we have a really solid, hardcore team that is prepared. The people that we have now are hopefully, we're set to be able to take on the craziness of the holiday season with our team now. Like Danielle said, maybe a few additional part-time people. But so there's no huge hiring need right at this time, which is nice.
And as you guys can see, one of the major things that has helped and been crazy for us is hiring, and that's actually going to be my next video. I'm not sure if Nick's going to sit in or not. You haven't decided, but the next video will be all about hiring. Are you ready to hire? How do you know? All of the things about hiring employees, because we've been there, now we've done that, and we want to help you guys in any way that we can. So if you guys have any questions now, leave them before I film that video, and
yes,
I will be happy to include those in there as well. I know it's intimidating, it's scary, but one of my things that I tell people when they ask about it is like, maybe you can like contract out some tasks before you hire an employee. And I know for us,
baby steps,
we have contracted out some jobs as well, like the website design, our marketing and our advertising. We have someone helping us with that. And then we've also tried and seen what works for us in other aspects like photography. We contracted out and it was awesome, but we just have more flexibility when we do it in-house. So we've gone back, which is why contracting is so awesome, is like you can test something out and yeah, you can see how it goes. So Nick is back to being the photographer for now.
Yes.
And it just works because we get clothing in and we want to sell it the next day or that weekend, and with having it in-house, that is why we chose to do that. And
for us, we'd already invested in all the equipment, so
yes, we already own all the cameras, but the downfall is it brings Nick back into having that as part of his job task.
But I like it.
I think our jobs change a lot. Like our day-to-day is very different, especially now that having employees, like I'm not even personalizing every single day, which is crazy because that used to be like my all day everyday thing.
And then you used to sew all the time.
Yeah. Yep. Now it feels like I haven't sewn in a while. I don't think I've sewn in 2021. I've never sewn in the production.
Wow.
Have I?
No.
Maybe for like one TikTok second. But yeah, in 2021 I have not used a sewing machine, which is insane that we own this company where we make things, and yeah, I don't even sew. But this video is getting long. Do you have any other things to add before?
No, I'm excited to bring Vinny in and ask her some stuff.
I forgot about that. We better hurry up and get that because these people are like 20 minutes in now.
Well, I hope that it's been worth it. Let's get Vinny.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching our segment, though. I hope you guys enjoyed that. She might be in the production, so maybe we'll take her outside.
Okay.
Coming in live with Benny, our first official employee. She has been here for officially 1 full year now. And
I literally can't believe that.
yeah, I feel like you've been here longer.
I know, it feels longer.
And she's full-time employee. Her main tasks are...
I now personalize and ship bandanas.
Is that so weird? Because when you started, what was your job?
It was cutting, flipping bandanas, and pressing them, ironing them.
So much ironing.
Yes, so much ironing.
So how does it feel, like your job task completely changing? Like, is it drastically different to you?
Well, I mean, yes, it is completely different from what I do. Like, now I barely touch that stuff, really. So now it is completely different. At first, it was more of a challenge. It was hard to get all the bandanas in order, the names in order. Like, it was a lot, but now that I've been doing it, it's actually pretty easy and fun.
Yeah.
I do like it a lot.
What do you feel like is, like, a main thing that Tails Up Pup altogether has changed since you started?
That's a hard question.
That is a hard question. Like, what is something we do now that we didn't do then?
I mean, the biggest one is clothing. We now have, like, a women's boutique, which I think that just, what's it called? Like, expanded us so much more.
Yeah.
And now we cater to a much bigger audience, more customers, and that's more fun.
Yeah. That's so different.
How weird has it been seeing like all the different people? Because like
Yeah,
at first it was just you.
Yeah, when you started, it was literally just us three, and now there's a whole gang here.
Yeah.
So what is that like for you?
I like it. I like having more people to talk with, more coworkers. You know, the job is a little bit easier because now there's more people doing it. But yeah, I like having more people.
If you had to pick, what will be something that will happen in the next year here that we think we'll look back on and be like, wow. What is the goal? Like, what's the goal that you have for Tails Up Pup?
I don't know.
These are such tough questions.
She comes in and I just hit her with a whomp of all the hard questions.
Danielle, you answer that question because that was a hard one.
Okay, well, I would think she might say just more bananas.
I mean, more growth
Yeah.
for the company is definitely like #1, but I can't think of like a specific one. Okay.
So, our lease here is going to be up in not the January coming, but a full year from January. Do you think we will stay here in like 2 spaces? Will we be moving? What's going to happen if you had to predict?
I think we will move into a warehouse.
Like, what does that mean? Like, how big? Like, what will be
like one giant one where everybody's there together.
Like 10,000 square feet?
Yeah. That's what I would think would happen.
Yeah.
Because even right now with the 2 spaces, like we keep growing and it's getting a little tight again.
Running out of
There's a lot of
space.
stuff around here.
Yeah, there is. We were just moving stuff yesterday over there because they need more room. So yeah, I think a warehouse is definitely in the future.
Yeah.
Why did we get the other space?
Is this for me or her?
Either.
Well, we were crammed. Remember when the personalization was in the tiny room?
Yes.
And me and Benny would like have to like butt scoop past each other because there was like no room for us. And yeah, it's much quieter over here because there's no sewing machines and there's like no machinery happening over here.
But also here we wouldn't have been able to fit all these people. So that we needed that other space.
Yeah, we would have had to, I don't even know, not been able to grow like we have because you wouldn't have had the people and the space to put all the stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah, we had to have more space, and I don't know what will happen. I don't know if we'll move or not. Who knows? Like, it's far enough away that we're not like worrying about it now, but still, I don't know. Any more questions for us, Nicholas?
I don't think so. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
No. I don't know either. This is a real.
Looking back on 2020, do you think that it's going to be as crazy this year, or how do you predict this year to go?
Yes, I think especially now for fall and Christmas when we start entering those seasons, I think the orders are definitely going to pick up and be more, but maybe it won't feel as tough as last year because we have the people.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We're going to probably have at least twice as many orders as we had last year when we felt crazy, but we have so many more people to help us out that it won't be just us. Remember, we used to be like, please stay longer.
I do remember.
And we would bribe her with coffee. We would say,
And she
"Bye,
would
guys." Yeah, but we worked long days then.
We did.
Because we had to. Betty, is her favorite thing to tell people when she tries to explain the madness here. Do you even know what I'm about to say?
No.
Like when we had to tape all the names on the wall.
I remember, yeah. I was telling Ensley that, yes.
People wouldn't believe it.
No.
I'm sure it was in the vlogs. We didn't have enough room.
We had 3 tables in the hallway.
It was madness.
It was chaos.
What are we gonna do with if we have twice as many bandanas? We're gonna need more tables.
Yeah. But at least now we're in the bigger room.
Yeah.
What I said last year, I said the biggest problem coming this Christmas, this 2021 Christmas, was going to be personalization.
Yeah.
I said that was
The
going to be
hardest thing is that Nick, Connor, Lauren, and Brittany can prepare. So now, even in June, they're sewing pumpkins, getting ready, but Benny and me cannot prepare. We don't know what dog names are coming. We don't know what they're ordering.
Yeah.
So until they come in all on the same day, because fall launch is always a lot, then we can't even prep. So it's going to be crazy for us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But we have a bigger room, 2 heat presses.
Oh, and we're doing our first ever warehouse sale, which is going to be really fun. We actually never got to even have a grand opening. We never did anything when we moved in here because of coronavirus, and now we are officially able to do something. So we are going to have a warehouse sale on July 24th. If you guys are around, you can come meet us. We will all be here, and we will be having $10 clothing, $12 bandanas, all the fun things, and you guys should come. The end. Thank you for watching. We need to do our Disney too.
Tails up, pup.
Tails up, pup. We'll do a tail.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That is it.
That is it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.